Hi, let's do the concept called quadrant geometry, and this is one of the important question type in quadrant geometry, right? Let me read the question. Find the equation of the line passes through the points -2, 5 and 4, -1. And if you look at the options are in the form of y equals to mx plus c, right? So y equals to mx plus c, right? So let us see what is this m representing and what is this c representing. So m is representing nothing but the slope and c is representing y-intercept. Right. So what is slope? Slope is nothing but how slant the line is, right? And what is c representing? C is nothing but y-intercept. So what exactly y-intercept is? So if I draw the x-axis and y-axis, so we know this is positive x-axis, this is negative x-axis, this is positive y-axis, this is negative y-axis. Now I'll draw a straight line passing through x-axis and y-axis. It could be positive x-axis, positive y-axis, anything is fine. But as of now I have drawn like this. Now if you look at this, the intersection point of the positive y-axis and the line is called positive y-intercept. And the intersection point of this line and the negative x-axis is called negative x-intercept. So what did we understand from this? Intercepts can be positive and negative, right? Now we need to know one more thing, that is, if the line is increasing from left to right, if the line is ascending, then this line will have positive slope. Slope will be positive. Let's say for example, if the line is something like this, then this line will have negative slope, right? Cool. Now how do you find out this? First of all, we need to find out what is the slope, right? So let's see how to find out the slope, right? So how do you find out the slope? M equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, right? So here we need to understand which point is representing x1, y1 and which point is representing x2, y2. So you can start anywhere. So if you consider this as x1, y1, you can take this as x2, y2, or you can interchange. So let's say this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. Let me substitute in this. So if I substitute in the formula, so this gives me y2 is -1 minus y1 is 5 over x2 is 4 minus x1 is -2. So this is going to be -6 divided by 4. Minus times minus gives you plus 2. This is -6 over 6 gives you -1. So m, the slope, is nothing but -1. So now if you look at the options, there are only two options which are representing -1. Which are they? A and B. So in this way, at least if you reach till here, you can eliminate the options C and D, right? Now, how do you finalize between option A and option B, right? Now, for this, we need to know the formula y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. This is the formula to find out the equation of a line when we know the slope and one of the points, right? Now, let me substitute this point as x1, y1 and the slope in this equation and see which option is giving us the answer. So this is y minus y1. What is y1 here? y1 is 5 equals to m is what? Slope, which is -1 times x minus x1 is -2. So this is y minus 5 equals to -1 times minus gives you plus 2. So this is y minus 5 equals to -x. 1 times x is -x, negative minus 2. So now we need the equation in the form of y equals to mx plus c. So what we have to do? We have to leave y on one side, take the negative 5 to the right hand side. So take this negative 5 to the right hand side. This is y equals to negative x minus 2. Negative becomes positive 5. So y equals to negative x plus 3. Right? So which option is matching? Answer is option B in this case. Right? Now, so this is the proper method to solve this question. But let's say, for example, in the exam you have 30 seconds of your time, and by the time we read the question, understand the question, we are done with 10 seconds, another 20 seconds. You cannot solve this method. Right? Let's look at a shortcut. So we have seen how to solve the question using a formula, and we know we have 95 seconds time to solve this question in exam. But for this kind of question, spending 95 seconds is not worth, right? So let's see a shortcut where we can solve this question in 15 to 20 seconds, and you can spend the rest of the time on the harder level questions, right? Now, so we have 2 points, and let me plot these 2 points. So this is positive x-axis, negative x-axis, positive axis, negative axis. Now, I'll randomly plot these points, right? So x is negative 2, y is positive 5. So x is negative this side, y is positive this side. Let's see, negative 2, positive 5 is here. And x is positive 4, y is negative 1. X is positive this side, y is negative this side. Positive 4, negative 1 is somewhere here. Now, let me connect these 2 points. It's something like this, right? Now, if you observe, the line is descending, decreasing from left to right, so that means the slope has to be negative, right? So that way we can actually eliminate option C and option D, right? Now, if you observe, this is a positive y-intercept, that means the value of C has to be positive. Now, between these 2 options, which one is positive? Option B is positive, so answer has to be option B. Right, so this way we can solve this question in less than 20 seconds.